Hi guys, welcome to another video. I thought it might be fun today to go through one of the freeCodeCamp lessons. I've actually done a few of them, and I'm working through the building a platformer game, and I thought it might be fun just to work through it together. I'm gonna just let the camera roll when I'm recording my screen as well. I've got an audio mic. I couldn't find the clip, so I've just used a bit of medical tape and I've pasted it onto my t-shirt, and I thought, yeah, that should be enough. That should suffice. So yeah, I just want to work through this. I've got about 29, I've done 29% of the actual game. So the game, it's essentially just a platformer game where you're basically a square and you're sort of jumping around all over the place. I'll throw something up on the screen so you can see what it looks like. But yeah, if you want to just, join along with me, if you're working through freeCodeCamp, I thought I'd just I'd show you kind of like, how I'm practicing and how I'm sort of building my skills. Like I said, I've done a lot of the lessons previously. I've done a whole bunch of them. I've also, if I can go back to the main menu, I've also done all of the web HTML, CSS classes on freeCodeCamp as well, and I've been able to get my certificate. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, besides from obviously working on my own projects, working through projects on Visual Studio, I'm also working through freeCodeCamp as well. So thought this might be fun. If you enjoyed it, great. If not, maybe I'll never do it again. But yeah, let's get to work. I might have some commentary throughout the video as well, but I might put some commentary on top. I don't know just yet. Just gonna see how it goes. But yeah, let's get coding together. If you're on a similar lesson, or if you're doing something similar, then why not pull it up and we'll code together. And so yeah, I thought maybe it'd be a good opportunity for you guys to see kind of how I work through this project, like how I do some of the research as well, and just so you can get an idea of what it's like to go through one of these lessons if you've been thinking about starting it yourself. And when you get stuck, you got to research, and so maybe you can have a look at the research process as I'm working through this project. All right, let's go for it. So yeah, obviously right now we've got a player we've created our class, the player class. I'll probably fast forward some parts as well because it gets a little bit boring. Apologies if you can hear a dog barking in the background. I'm currently have 2 dogs in the house. I'm looking after my mum's dog at the moment as well. I remember this, but I've just got to double check it. The request animation frame web API takes a callback and is used to update the animation on the screen. The animate function will be responsible for updating the player's position and continually drawing it on the canvas. Inside the animate function, call the request animation frame API and pass animate as the argument. Okay. So animate. As the player moves through the game, you will need to clear the canvas before rendering the next. As the player moves through the game, you will need to clear the canvas before rendering the next frame of the animation. You can use the clear web API to accomplish this. It takes an X, Y, width, and height arguments. Below your request animation frame, call the clear method, ctx.clear and pass 0 canvas width with canvas height as the arguments. Guys, if you're confused about what's going on, well, it's sort of a lot to get into, but obviously, basically right now, we are trying to work through how the player can sort of move naturally. Like you got this little square box and you're trying to sort of bounce it around. And that's what we're kind of creating here, is how to animate that square box moving and bouncing up and down. So add an else if statement where the condition checks if the left key was pressed. So else if checked keys, we'll just change that to left key. Yes. Left key is pressed. And the player's X position is greater than. Okay, so we'll just grab this. And the player's X position is greater than proportional size 100. Proportional size 100. You need to use proportional size function here to make sure the player's x position is always equal. Inside the else if statement, assign the number 5 to the player's velocity. So if that's the case, then the player velocity is going to be -5. Is that what it says? Yeah, -5. Sorry about that, the camera just shut off. Now I do want to sort of explain what's happening, but at the same time, this is something that's available through freeCodeCamp. So I don't feel like I should be kind of teaching it step by step, just because you can get access to these tutorials completely for free. I highly recommend going through it. And yeah, it's such a great way to learn JavaScript and also to learn object-oriented programming, you know, and algorithms, and how to just kind of think through building a program or building multiple programs. You can see that I've built a lot of different programs through freeCodeCamp. I'm almost come to the end of it, so I highly recommend going through it. It starts to kind of, things start to click, and you know, once you see in certain instructions, or once you kind of see how the program is being built, you can kind of understand, okay, well, you know, now we're kind of working on this particular function because, you know, we need to complete this task. Now we're building out this particular function because we need to complete this task. So really helpful. I highly recommend going through freeCodeCamp. So anyway, I'm going to continue on. So you can see, like, as you get lost, you know, just go check just put it into a browser and kind of, you know, it brings back the memory of some of the syntax, because sometimes I forget some of the syntax. And so, yeah, that really helps me to kind of reinforce what I've previously learned. That's interesting. I've never used an if statement within a case, within a switch statement before. So, I mean, yeah, a switch statement is very similar to an if statement. I think the main difference with a switch statement is that you can sort of check multiple things very, very quickly, whereas an if statement kind of checks a block of like logic, whereas an if statement can go through like, you know, iterations, like key 1, if it did this, do this, key 2, key 3, key 4, and it just keeps everything a lot more structured and nice and neat. Whereas an if statement, you've got if and then else if, else if, else if, and it can get kind of blocky and look messy. And so that's like some of the use cases for switch statements. You can group cases together when they share the same operation. That's really cool. So obviously all of these are going to be grouped together using the same sort of logic. Inside these cases, use the subtraction assignment operator. So Same operation. Inside those cases, use the subtraction assignment operator to subtract player minus equals 8 velocity. Close the cases down, make sure you add a break. Awesome, that's great. So obviously you can donate to freeCodeCamp. I haven't done it yet, but I'm definitely going to. It's a seriously amazing resource. I can't believe, honestly, yeah, I can't believe it's free. Sometimes all it takes is like another equal sign or something. Can be like really rewarding, but like I said, very frustrating. All right, I think that might wrap it up, guys. I've been going at this now for about 45 minutes or so. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like, sort of coding along with me and going through tutorials like this, or maybe even, doing something else, please let me know. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I think that if this is something that you guys enjoy, I'm happy to keep doing this. Obviously, I'm coding every single day, so I'm doing stuff like this all the time, whether it's working through freeCodeCamp or working through tutorials or just building up my own thing. But yeah, if you liked it, go ahead and, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to follow along, and that'll be it. So I'll see you in the next one.